The garden's planted, and we're here with gardening expert Rooney Bloom with some planting tips and tricks. I need help. I definitely need help. I did the Mother's Day planting, and then I tried to cover everything for that snow, and now I got a lot of dead plants.
Yes, it's important to note to watch the weather when we're talking about getting our spring gardening.
Well, now you tell me.
Yeah. Because we do have that cyclical warming, the ebbing and flowing of the cold weather. It's important to really watch the weather, and especially this Tuesday night when we're going to be getting back down into the 30s.
Okay, so we'll talk about what to do with what I've already planted, but let's start right here. What do you have?
So we've got some annuals right here, getting those into pots. It's really important once you do repot those, you want to make sure that they stay consistently moist. With the arid climate we've got here in Denver, these pots, especially when they're not in the ground, can dry out very quickly. So you really want to make sure once you get them repotted, you're getting them nice and moist.
Daily, mornings, evenings?
Multiple times a day.
Okay.
Morning and the evening is best. If you water during the day, it actually magnifies that water droplet and can harm the cellular structure of your plants.
So early morning, before you go to bed.
Before you go to bed.
Okay, let's repot. Or what are you doing?
So this is an Echinacea. This is a perennial plant. This is a medicinal plant here in Colorado. It's native to North America. It's great for your immune system. When we're talking about planting perennials, again, we're going to talk about water as well. What I do is when I dig into the soil, I'll fill up the hole in the soil with some water and then make sure you get around the base really well. And again, it's that water, water, water. When I talk to my clients, the biggest problem I run into is people's plants drying out when they're at work or they're not at home to give them the attention to detail. So make sure you have that irrigation system set up, whether it's a drip line, maybe a neighbor's kid can come over and water, also just during vacations as well.
So I've taken Echinacea, but I didn't know this is what it looked like. What do you do? Just eat this?
So the medicinal part is actually the bloom. And so once that bloom, it's the purple coneflower that you see, and it's great for pollinators as well. Bees, butterflies, birds, bats, all of the good stuff. They do, yeah.
All right, so what are you doing down here?
And last but not least, during the spring is a great time to pay attention to when you want to repot your house plants. I get questions asked lots of times, how do you know when it's appropriate to repot your house plant? It's going to be a case-by-case basis, and what I'm going to recommend is by you paying attention to its root system. So the popular fiddly fig loves to be root bound. This is an Echinacea. This does not. If you look at the roots in here, you can see they've been circling the pot. That's a good sign that it wants to be moved into a larger pot. So what I do is I buy a nutritionally dense soil.
Is that what you have right here?
Yes.
Okay.
And sometimes you can break apart the root systems. In this particular case, it's not important. Sometimes that can actually cause a little bit more shock. And then you make sure you set the soil down around the base, giving it a good hug, and then topping it off. And another trick I use is preserved moss. This helps to keep in the moisture, so this reduces the amount of watering, and especially in your houseplants, this is good. If you're going on vacation, this is going to hold in water for a few days longer.
You can just pick this up at a gardening center?
You can, absolutely, yeah. It's preserved moss. Michael's, local craft stores, you can get them, or you can always reach out to me for help.
Thank you so much.
My
we appreciate
pleasure.
it. Great tips. Good luck, everybody, as you start planning. Ken?
That's some great advice. All right, guys, 8:20.